Alright, what's up, gang? We have another exciting video today. And if I look a little lopsided, it's because I am lopsided. The camera's a little lopsided. That's not important. Today we're going to talk about the sales quote. Somebody, one of my viewers asked, hey, can you show us a sales quote? So I decided, well, hey, that's a great idea. Let me show you a sales quote. Real quick, before we dive in, just 1 second. Nobody else is doing this. No one else on YouTube is showing you a sales quote. I challenge you to go on YouTube and find another video of someone that actually shows you and breaks down everything in a sales quote. You won't find it. You're most likely not going to find it on Google either, okay? So before I made the video, I had a conversation with myself. I said, hey, is this ethical to show you what a sales quote looks like? And I debated it with myself, and then I went to Laundromat forums and I asked them. And for the most part, everyone seemed to be on board that it was unethical for these prices not to be listed. So let me do my part and I'll share with you what a sales quote looks like. Quick disclaimer though, I done some slight editing. I deleted the brand of the sales or the distributor, right? So his brand, his little logo was deleted. His personal information was deleted. My personal information was deleted. Everything else though is absolutely as it is. So without further ado, let's look at what a sales quote actually looks like. And my computer's down here, so I'm going to be looking down here. I won't be looking at you too much. Alright, let me go ahead and minimize myself, shrink myself. Alright, there I am, and here it is, a sales quote. Oh, hold on, let me scroll up. Boom. Okay, top left hand corner, I added that in, this little sales quote. The distributor's logo was right here, so I deleted it and I just typed in sales quote. As you can see from the estimate, this is from December 29, 2022. My personal information was right here. I went ahead and deleted that too, because that's not important for you. Alrighty, and boom. This right here, this is kind of like the meat, what I'm highlighting. This is like the meat and potatoes of the sales quote. I've gotten many different sales quote, and the way that this is listed right here, that's how that's how all of them are listed. So this is like a generic way of it being, right? Everything else, that's just like made tags, like that's how they set it up, if that makes sense, right? Everything else is like made tag stuff, but the way that the item, the description, the quantity, the rate, and the total is like lined up, every distributor does that. So let's break into it. Where it says item, this is the model number. This is more important like when you call a technician, right? And you're like, hey, my machine doesn't work, I need help fixing it. He'll probably ask you, oh, can you tell me the model number? This is the model number. You don't need to memorize this, or you don't need to go back to the sales quote to look at it, because it's going to be on your machine. But that's just what this is. This is the model number. This description is really what's important for us. This tells us, and this is a 35-pound gas stack dryer. A 35-pound gas stack dryer. That's a smaller size dryer. At the time when I got the sales quote, I wanted 20 of those. You can see 20. The price per each, right? The price for each double stack dryer was $6,184. The grand total of 20 of those was $123,682. That's just for dryers, okay? And these are the smallest dryers available. Then I asked, well, can I have some 50s? Right? Double stack 50 dryers. And I asked for 3. Then the price of one of those, right, is $7,563. But when you add all 3 together, the total came out to $22,690. As you can see, it's getting very expensive already, and we haven't even touched the washers yet. Here, this is the first part where we get into the actual washer part. Alright, this is a front loader 65-pound washer / extractor, 200 G's. Alright, there's 2 important things to take away from this description. Two important things. 65 pounds. That is the biggest machine that Maytag offers. The biggest machine that Wascomat Electrolux offers. Dexter makes bigger machines. They make, as far as I know, they make 90 pounders. They may even go beyond that. So if size is important to you, you may want to go with Dexter because they make bigger machines. I'm not too sure about Speed Queen or Hips. They may also go a little bit bigger, but I know for sure that Maytag, Electrolux, and Wascomat, their biggest machines are 65 pounders. Another important thing to take away from this description, it says 200 Gs. Now, we're about to get into it. When you meet up with your distributor and he's going over the washers and he's trying to sell you on why his equipment's the best equipment around, he's going to ask, well, do you want 100 Gs? Do you want 200 Gs? Do you want 400 Gs? So let's break this down. Essentially what he's talking about is the speed at which the washing machine spins, right? That it extracts. So the faster the machine spins, the more that the water will shoot out of the clothes, right? And therefore, the drier they will come out of the washing machine, which means people spend less time drying their clothes in the dryer. Makes sense? It spun so fast that the water came out and shot out. The only issue here, though, is that, and this is pretty obvious, the 200 Gs cost more than the 100 Gs, and the 400 Gs cost more than the 200 Gs. So do you really need 200 Gs or 400 Gs? You do not need that stuff. I have 100 Gs, and there are some laundromat people who may disagree with me, but I have 100 Gs, and they work perfect. No one's ever complained to me that their clothes are too wet when they come out a washing machine. 100 G gets the job done. And the difference between, you may be asking, well, what's the difference in pricing, right? I'll tell you this. If you have a 20 pounder 100 G and a 20 pounder 200 G, you may be paying an extra $1,000, an extra $2,000. But the bigger you go in machine, so example, let's say if I went to my 30, the difference in pricing will become greater. And the 40, the difference in pricing will become even greater. So if you do this enough times with enough machines, your sales quote may be $50,000 difference in Gs, right? So at the end of the day, if I ask for 20 washing machines at 100 Gs and 20 washing machines at 200 Gs, the difference in sales quote may be around $50,000. As someone who's never been a laundromat operator, dude, I would recommend, let's just get the ball going. You don't even know if you're going to like the business, right? You don't even know if your business will be successful. No one can guarantee you that. I promise you. I can guarantee that no one else can guarantee you that your business will be successful. Okay? So what we should be doing, or what my train of thought was, let's just get the ball rolling. We'll do 100 Gs. We'll see how we like it. And if I ever do the store number 2, then we'll go up. We'll think about 200 Gs. But let's just keep it simple. 100 Gs works perfect. Back to the sales quote. At the time, I asked for 10 of these, and so one washing machine at 65 pounds costs $9,332.70. For 10 of those, the grand total was $93,327. All right, let's keep scrolling down. Take my seatbelt off. It's getting dangerous. There's a sales tax of 8.25%. Okay, whatever. This little fine print right here says, hey, listen up. Plumbing, wiring, gas, venting, whatever is not included in the sales quote. You can have that included though, right? So let's say you want to make changes to your plumbing system. You want to go with a trough. You can have your distributor add that to your sales quote, right? Let's say you want 15 shopping carts. You want 15 laundromat carts. You can have them throw that in the quote. You can have them pretty much almost throw anything into a quote. It doesn't really matter. They'll throw it in there for you. Just understand, the more things that you throw into your quote, the higher your monthly payments will be. That should make sense. All right, keep going down. This is excellent. This is excellent. Watch this. So these are my 40s. I asked for 40-pound dryers, or I'm sorry, 40-pound washers. I asked for 30-pound washers, and then I asked for 20-pound washers. For my 40-pounders, the price was $7,014. 30-pounders, $5,426. 20-pounders, $4,022. Let me tell you something. I was very new when I was getting these quotes. I thought in my mind, and this makes sense, that I'm gonna need 20-pounders, 30-pounders, 40-pounders, and 65-pounders, right? You don't need every step. Like, you don't need every size of washing machine. Do 20, right? Have 20s, skip the 30s, and go to 40s, and then go to 60s. You don't need like every little step. It's just gonna save you. It's gonna save you money, right? It's gonna save you time. Skip 30s. I know everyone loves big machines, but you need to have small machines. So you need to have a variety of machines. For instance, my best machines are my 20s. People love those things. So go ahead and skip 30s. You don't need like little increments. Get big increments. 20, 40, 65, whatever. Another thing. Look, check this out. This is let's take these 20-pounders. One 20-pounder cost me $4,022. Most of my viewers here come from another channel, right? They come from Danny D'Angelo's channel. And in his course, he talks about how a washing machine should cost like $1,000 per 10 pounds, right? So for example, a 20-pound washing machine should cost $2,000. And that may have been the case when the course was made, and that might be the case of what the distributor pays the manufacturer, maybe, right? But that's not the price that you're going to pay in today's age. As you can see, my 20-pounders cost $4,000, which is pretty much double of what was said. 30-pounders, $5,400. That's pretty close to double. So if you want to like guess in your brain, right, how much is this going to cost me? Just double it. I have a 20-pounder. Okay, this one cost me about $4,000. I have a 65-pounder. That's going to cost me about $12,000, right? Is that what a 65-pounder costs? Let me go see. I already forgot. Let's check it out. 65. Oh, well, 65 is like $9,300. But it's closer. It's closer than saying $1,000 per 10 pounds, right? This little bottom price right here, where it says base, your washers will sit on top of a base because they're hard mount. Unless you get soft mount. Soft mounts, they don't need bases. If you get hard mount, you will need a base. Otherwise, your machine will literally walk out the front door. So it's got to be bolted to the base, and the base is bolted to the ground. That's what that is. That's why you see all these extra prices right here. Let's continue with this sales quote that no one else is doing. No one else is showing you. Here, this is all the extra stuff that I was mentioning earlier. Like, I wanted a trough upgrade to my plumbing. He threw it in there. He said, all right, I'll throw that shit in there. Apparently, I wanted a water heater, too. He threw that in there. Your coin machine will be thrown in there. Your cards will be thrown in there. I'm pretty sure chairs. Were chairs thrown in here? I don't see them. Perhaps they were. Perhaps they weren't. But you can have laundromat chairs, tables, whatever thrown in there. Oh, here they are. They're right here. Boom. Look at this. $770 for a fiberglass table. Sound like a good deal to you? I can go on Amazon right now and buy me stainless steel tables of that size probably for like 150 bucks. If you're not rubbing your mustache right now, you should be. 150 bucks versus $778. Okay, it adds up. Chairs, never buy chairs from the distributor. I'm sorry, don't do it. Every chair is $476. Every chair. You can go on Facebook Marketplace and buy a set of like 20 damn chairs. For how much? For less than one of these chairs? Forget about it. Alright, and here's your warranty. They're asking for 5 years for parts, 10 years on other stuff. And this is the kicker right here. And this is kind of unique to Maytag, to this particular Maytag in this area. Check this out. They wanted a 50% down payment. 50% down payment. Oh my God. 50% down payment of how much? Of $573,000. Okay, look, I'm no mathematician. I'm no scientist. Right, doing it off the top of my head, that comes out to be what, like $260,000? Ballpark, $260,000. You got $260,000 to drop? No. The answer is no. Even if you have it, the answer is still no. Okay, you don't have that much. That is unique to this Maytag quote, though. Other distributors, they were not asking for 50%, so this is kind of ridiculous. Other distributors were asking for 20%. And then if you went to like people who offer you loans on equipment, like Eastern Funding, right? Eastern Funding, that's a real popular one. Dude, some of these people wanted 30%. You're like, well, 50%, 30%, 20%, what the hell? Of hundreds of thousands of dollars? I don't got that money. Even if you got it, you still don't got it. Remember that. I don't got it. And dude, that's it. That's the end of the sales quote, okay? You can pause it, you can zoom in, you can do all these other things I'm showing you right here. We're going back to the top. What would I do if I had gotten this quote, right? Maytag's like, boom, this is how much you got. This is your sales quote. First thing I would have done is I would have been like, hey, other guys, check out this sales quote. Can you beat it? I would have emailed them. Boop, boop, boop. I would have called them up. I'm like, hey, I got a sales quote, man. Can you beat it? I guarantee you they would have beaten it by a little bit. Not by very much. Also, like I said, I was new when I got the sales quote. I didn't know much. I wouldn't have gotten so many machines. I mean, I didn't get so many machines, right? So I would have asked for a different quantity of machines. So my sales quote would have been less. But finally, really, the two things that did it on why I did not go with the sales quote, why I didn't go with Maytag. One, they wanted 50%. That's redonkulous. That's ridiculous. But two, and this is just a small thing, right? Number two is, when I looked at the sales quote, I was like, okay. And then I went to their website, right? I typed in their website, and nothing pulled up. I got an error code. And I was like, okay. Maybe they're having technical difficulties. So I said, okay. And I gave them about 3-4 days. Every day I'd go and check their website. Technical difficulties. And then I said to myself, if these guys can't get a damn website to work, what are the odds that they're going to help me when I need their help? If they can't get a website to work. Now, their website currently works today because I went back and I checked it. And it works today. But at the time, it did not work. And I said, I can't do business with these guys. Can't do it. But without further ado, that was it. Dude, that was the sales quote. You got to see it. Hopefully no one gets butthurt about it. Hopefully the distributors are watching these videos, because they do watch these videos. Hopefully they don't get butthurt about it. I'd like to see a change in the laundromat world. I'd like there to be like a uniformity, right? Show your prices. Let's see what everyone else is paying, okay? Some people make great deals and then other people get robbed. And I don't like it when people get robbed, right? I understand the distributors have to make money. It's not a charity, it's a business. I understand that 100%. But how much money should the distributors make on you? If you're like, they should make 100% on me, then fine, right? But there's a limit. Eventually you're like, okay, that's too much. Now they're robbing me. If the distributors made 500% profit on you, you'd be like, okay, this is robbery. If you're like, okay, well, 20% on me, that's fine. Hey, whatever, dude. All I'm saying is that I don't like seeing people getting screwed over by business or by big companies. I understand that everyone has to make their money, yada, yada, yada. Hopefully, they don't make it on you. Hopefully, you can get a good deal, a great deal, and hopefully, this video has helped you out in some way. So, I'm going to end my rambling here. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe because no one else is doing it. And more videos coming. You tell me what you want to see, and I'll post it. Until next time, take it easy.